Hey guys, Rick Shaw here. I had a couple cool things that happened. One of them today, and the other one happened a few days ago. But one of the cool things was I was up at the VA. I was a fella standing there smoking a cigarette, and when I was getting out, he goes, "Oh, I used to have one of them Buick Lucernes." I says, "Oh, cool, yeah, it's a pretty nice car." And I said, "But I put it in that dang traction or I put it in sport mode and it locked up the suspension with that magnetic thing and it wouldn't release, so the thing rides like a truck." He goes, "Oh, I know how to fix that." And I says, "Oh, really?" And he goes, "Yeah." He says, "You got the traction control button?" And I said, "Yeah." He says, "Turn it off." He says, "Turn it off and drive it around for about 4 or 5 miles and turn it back on and you'll be happy as a lark." I said, "Okay." So when I was leaving VA to go home, I turned it off. And I had never turned it off before. Traction control. Hey, I'm gonna leave it on all the time. And I drove home, and it was still kind of rough. And before I got home, I was sitting at a red light, and I shut it off. And we got a washboardy road there, guys. I got my beautiful, wonderful Buick ride back. It ate those bumps like nothing. So that's a little tip. I imagine any car that has those shocks, they put a metal stuff in the shock in the oil, and then when they want to stiffen the suspension up, they put it on the Corvettes too. And when you put it in sport mode, it charges that. Well, mine wouldn't turn off, but that's how to turn it off. So he says, "You don't got to go to the dealer or anything like that." He says, "That's all a big pile of crap. Just push that button." I wish I could see the guy again. I hope I see him again because I'd like to thank him because, that was the one thing that was really a pet peeve. Now, my back shock, the rubber was like weak and coming out of just in the upper part. Don't know why the upper part took the damage, but I got some neoprene ones, and it was pretty easy. It was really easy to change that. It takes me forever though, because I'm not in the best of shape. But I went ahead and put neoprene bushings in there, so that quieted the noise down. So now this thing is like, well, it's like a Buick. So that was really good. The other thing happened when I lived here before, and I lived in Pennsylvania. Every year I would get my nose would start running, then it would turn yellow, then it turned green. And I'm not one for taking stuff, medicines from the thing, drying you up and all that. But I got a recipe. I want to tell you what it is right now. This is all powdered. It's all powdered stuff you use. I'm going to read it here. It says cinnamon, turmeric, cayenne, black pepper, and ginger. And all of it was the super fine stuff. And you take a teaspoon of that, of each one, put it in your little mason jar, and mix them all up. Then pour honey in. And you put that honey down in there, and you mix it up. You mix it till it's all through the honey. It takes a while too. It starts getting a little thick. Then what you do is you can put it on the counter. It won't go bad. I just got a lid on it sitting on the counter. You take a teaspoon of that. I do it before bed, and I dump that in hot water out of the tea kettle, stir it all up real good, and I drank it. The next day, my head cleared up. I mean, it was cleared up. My throat wasn't bugging me, and I did it a couple nights in a row, and this is all gone, fast as ever that it's been gone. So that might be a little thing if you guys get the same like me, where the head plugs up. Uh, I woke up the one morning, nothing would go in and out. I couldn't blow it out or nothing. My mouth was completely dry from breathing through my mouth, and that's gone. And usually, when I would get this in years past, it would last me for better than a week usually, and it knocked it out real quick this time. Now I'm probably going to drink another one again tonight. It to me, it tastes good. So I wouldn't use any kind of coarse or even fine. You got to get the powdered black pepper, which I have. I got all that. The only thing I didn't have was the cinnamon. I went to the store and got that. And I thought, okay, I'm going to try that. My sister uses it. You know, she's into all that kind of stuff. And it works, guys. It really works. But today I'm really happy how the car's riding. Had my doctor's appointment. Kidneys aren't getting any better. They actually went down a little bit from where they were, and I got to go in for. They're going to scan my arms to find the veins and all this stuff because they're prepping me for dialysis, which sucks. And she said it's not now. They just want to get you prepped and map your veins. And she says, but down the road, it's not looking good. So we'll see. We'll see what goes on. Um, I sure would hate to have to do dialysis 3-4 times a week, but that's the way she's looking right now. Kidneys got messed up. I don't know if it's from the chemo or from the multiple myeloma or what it was from, but it's here. And it's another thing I just got to deal with. So, you know, it really sucks. It kind of going to be a big change in the lifestyle, that's for sure. But that's the way she goes. And I was talking to my buddy Ronald. He was feeling a little bit better. He got out the other day. They got beautiful sunshine down here, not like here. He had some beautiful weather, so he went down by the Chattahoochee. It gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. And he was out in his truck, had lunch, and he said he's feeling better. So, but still keep him in your prayers. We'd hate to see him have a relapse. He's a pretty good dude. So I hope that he gets better. And don't forget to keep everybody in your prayers. And this is Rick Shaw out.